Dragon Ball Z Shin Butouden was released in November of 1995, not very long after the release of the Spawn of Satan. Now, if you didn't watch the last part, then you wouldn't know that Ultimate Battle 22 is awful. It's terrible, and should have been killed in a house fire upon conception. But I guess there's no point in beating a dead horse. Anyway, how does its twin brother game, as this game is called, fare in quality? Surprisingly, guys, Shin Butouden is actually quite good. I'm not kidding. Shin Butouden is actually kind of awesome. I was surprised at this when I first played it, and to be honest, I was pleasantly surprised. And I like that in a Dragon Ball Z game. Anyway, let's go into this, shall we? The presentation for the game is almost identical to Ultimate Battle 22. But this game goes back to its roots by using the split-screen system of gameplay used in the original Butouden games and in Butouden. So I like that aspect. Also, the background and pixel art in the game are really good. And I really like the look of this game. It really looks good. Not to mention that a lot of the animations and stuff that were used in the original Ultimate Battle 22, such as the introduction, were reused in this game, but in my opinion, they've been more epically used, if that's a word, epically. But I digress. The presentation of the game is fantastic. That gets a thumbs up in my book. The soundtrack is almost exactly the same as Ultimate Battle 22, but only with a few different tracks. But to be honest, most of them are the same, so my opinion on the music hasn't changed. The music is still great. As bad as Ultimate Battle 22 was, it did have a fantastic soundtrack. This game uses the same soundtrack, so my opinion hasn't changed. It has a fantastic soundtrack. Another thing I'd like to talk about is the number of modes that this game has. In contrast to Ultimate Battle 22, this game has a huge amount of modes to play with. Not just talking about story mode, but then you have, or arcade mode rather, but then you have Mr. Satan mode, you have the World Tournament mode, you have tons of different things to just mess around and fool with. You even have a team battle mode, kind of like how Tekken 3 had, or back in the day. Or was it Tekken 3 or Tekken 2? I don't even know. I'm pretty sure all the Tekkens had this, where you could have like 4-on-4 battle. Was it 4? It was 8-on-4. It was 8-on-8. What am I talking about? It was like 8-on-8 battles, and literally, this could be super fun in multiplayer. It's only a pity that I didn't own a Sega Saturn because, you know, I just didn't have one. Who cares? Yeah, they can add a lot of replayability to this game, just experimenting with all the different modes, and tournament mode really looks good. It's almost as if you're actually participating in an actual Tenkaichi Budokai from the anime. I really like that. Another awesome thing I like to say about this game is that it doesn't try too hard with the presentation of the modes and stuff. It just does what it can, and I really like that. This game, it embraced its limitations, and it just went with it, and I really like that. And even though the videos and stuff were recycled from Ultimate Battle 22, who cares? Like, you know, who cares? They looked great in this game. So, like, you know, they were better to me in this game than they were in Ultimate Battle 22. Not to mention, the character roster in this game is literally exactly the same as Ultimate Battle 22. So if you want to know the characters in this game, just go watch my Ultimate Battle 22 video. The link will be in the description. And yeah, the game is practically almost exactly the same, only the control of the characters in this game is a hell of a lot better. Not to mention the effects and stuff look 10 times better. The fact that characters, when they shoot energy attacks, they're appropriately sized and stuff. Like, for example, Goku's Kamehameha is an actual Kamehameha. Trunks' burning attack, even though I don't remember it being a beam, at least it is something. So, like, you know, better than nothing at least. And the control of the game is so much better. My only problem is that it's still kind of finicky at times, but, you know, it's not that bad that I can't have a good time with the game. Not to mention that the AI does get pretty crazy sometimes with the awesome moves that it has. Although, I can be saying this probably because I haven't got much experience for this game, because I only have been able to play this on an emulator, and finding a suitable emulator to play this game on took a really long time. Literally, I've only sat down and played this game about 2 or 3 times before being able to, you know, write the script and do this retrospective. So yeah, I haven't had much with this game, but I've had enough where I can give a solid feedback on it. So basically, there's not much to say about this game other than it's Ultimate Battle 22 on the Sega Saturn, but Kaioken times 10 better. See what I did there? Anyway, in our next game, in our retrospective, we'll be going back to the Super Nintendo. Will it be a good entry in the series, or will it just crash and burn? Well, that's for another time. ZBoyX8, out.